Welcome back. Tempers have been flaring in London after thousands of train passengers were left stranded in travel turmoil during the holiday season. James Aiken explains.
Christmas holiday chaos at King's Cross.
I'm being diverted to different places to get a taxi now to somewhere else. So far it's cost me £180.
The problem started when an engineering project that was supposed to finish didn't. Trains to and from the station had to be cancelled. Network Rail, the company responsible for maintenance, told passengers to use Finsbury Park Station instead. But soon, Finsbury Park had to close because of overcrowding.
I thought it was going to be a straightforward job. Get the tube from Finsbury Park to Doncaster. No.
And it wasn't long before other major stations also closed, leaving thousands of passengers stranded as the chaos spread faster than a speeding train.
There's no information. We don't know how long we're going to be standing here. It's totally ridiculous.
Nobody telling you anything.
The expansion project being blamed for the disruption is part of a much larger multi-million-dollar Christmas investment program. But company officials admit that actually scheduling it during the Christmas season may have been ill-advised.
It is a very difficult balance between trying to run a service and trying to expand the railway. Every year we have this debate about when is the least worst time to do it, and now is the least worst time to do it. We got it badly wrong today.
Rail operators have been issuing apologies and ticket refunds, while Network Rail, which operates most of the UK's train infrastructure, has been placed under investigation. Transport officials say most services are expected to return to normal by next week.
Well, I can't get upset about it. It's just the way things go, you know.
James Aiken, TVB News.
U.S. Vice President Joe Biden has told mourners that the shooting deaths of 2 New York police officers in an ambush have touched the soul of an entire nation. Biden was speaking at the funeral of Officer Rafael Ramos.
They were a part of New York's finest, and that's not an idle phrase. This is probably the finest police department in the world. The finest police department in the world. They earned that praise.
Ramos and his partner, Officer Leung, were killed on December 20th as they sat in their patrol car on a Brooklyn street. New York's police commissioner announced that both officers have been posthumously promoted to first-grade detectives. Many of the thousands of police officers who attended the service turned their backs as New York Mayor Bill de Blasio delivered a eulogy underscoring tensions between the mayor and the police department. Funeral plans for Leo have yet to be announced.
The Turkish gunman who shot and wounded John Paul II in 1981 laid white flowers on the saint's tomb in St. Peter's Basilica yesterday. The surprise visit by Mehmet Ali Agha lasted just a few minutes. It's believed to be his first time in the Vatican since the assassination attempt. Agha, who is 56, was sentenced to life in prison for the attack. In 1983, John Paul, who pardoned his attacker, visited Agha in Rome prison. The Pope later intervened to gain his release in 2000. Agha was extradited to Turkey for the 1979 killing of a Turkish journalist. He completed a 10-year sentence there in 2010. Vatican spokesman said there are no legal matters pending against Agha, and in the Vatican, he is free to visit. Now, 6 people have been arrested in Indonesia on suspicion of planning to travel to Syria. The suspects were planning to board a flight to Syria via the Qatari capital Doha when they were taken into custody. Reports say the suspects are from Indonesia. Indonesia's government says some of its citizens have already traveled to Syria and Iraq to fight alongside Islamic extremists. Indonesia has the largest Muslim population in the world. The country has seen a spate of deadly attacks by Islamic extremists, including the 2002 Bali bombings that killed more than 200 people.
Egypt has banned Hollywood's big screen biblical epic Exodus: Gods and Kings. The film studio 20th Century Fox declined to give a reason for the ban, but films that depict biblical figures have been prohibited before in the Muslim country. Exodus, directed by Ridley Scott and starring Christian Bale, dramatizes the Bible's book of Exodus about Moses leading the Jews out of Egypt. The film, which has an estimated $140 million budget, has come under criticism for casting mostly white actors in the lead roles and some historical anachronisms. Morocco has also reportedly banned the film, which has so far grossed $107 million in 2 weeks in worldwide release. And over to you for sports.
And let's go sailing. Yeah, the Wild Oats 11 won the Sydney to Hobart yacht race for a record 8th time. The Australian Super Maxi arrived at Constitution Dock on the Derwent River in Tasmania almost an hour ahead of America's Comanche. Wild Oats took a little over 2 days and 2 hours to complete a 600-plus nautical mile